Hello everyone, Lisa here. Welcome to What's Crafting Wednesday. Let's jump in first and get our drawing done from last week, and then I will show you what we're doing this evening. I have these two Witch Tea Loving cards from last week, and I have my names here for the drawing. And yes, there will also be a package of black matte dots. Okay, so shake, shake, shake. And shake them up some more. And let me grab one here. Let me see, I feel like I have two. Okay, here's one. And it is Amy. Well, congratulations, Amy. I will get these off to you as soon as my new package of matte black dots arrive. Okay, everyone, tonight we will be making a Halloween luminary. At my class on Saturday, I made these for table gifts, and I made them in the DSP to match each participant's frame that we made. But tonight we'll be using Halloween paper, and this is from the Host Pack Celebrate Everything. Covers a variety of occasions: Christmas, Halloween, New Year's, fall or Thanksgiving. A lot of pretty patterns in there. So this is really very easy to make. And let me just put my little candle on. And these candles are so neat. I've never seen these tea lights before. Instead of a little switch on the bottom, you turn on the top there. And just see. You see this lit? I'm not sure how the camera picks it up. Okay, so let's get started. First, you will need DSP, and that is cut at 12 by 3, and it's scored at 3, 6, and 9. And then for the base, you need a piece of coordinating cardstock 4 by 4. And then for, we'll call it the side anchor, because I made this so each panel is 3 by 3 and the DSP is only 12, so we need a little side anchor to adhere these two sides together. So this is 1 inch by 3, and it will get scored at 1/2 inch. And then I have 4 pieces of vellum. Doesn't really matter what size you cut them. I think I did these either 2.5 by 2.5 or 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Just as long as it covers the opening and you have a little bit of space around. And then you need 4 pieces of coordinating cardstock, and these need to be cut at a hair under 3 by 3. And just to speed things up this evening, what I did was I already pre-cut these openings. But I'll just show you what you need to do. After you score your DSP, you take your piece of cardstock that you're going to use, you place it behind here, and whatever shape you want to cut out here, you place on, run it through your die cut machine, and you do that 4 times for each opening. And you could do this with various shapes. You could use squares, circles, ovals, Christmas trees, whatever you want. Shape of a ghost. You could do a lot of things with this. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. This little piece here is 2.5 by 2.5, and what I did with that, I hope you can see it, I made a little box on the inside here just so that the votive doesn't shift around. See, I thought of everything. Okay, so let's get started on assembling our Halloween luminary. We're going to do all of our scoring. So our 4 by 4 piece, we're going to score at 1/2 inch all around. So everything is at a 1/2 inch, so it's easy for you to remember. And our anchor piece, I'm going to score that at a 1/2 inch also. Now I had a request from class on Saturday for the directions to make this. So again, like the last project from my class that I did the Facebook Live on the Witch Hat, I thought I would do a Facebook Live again on this. And this little piece here is also scored at a 1/2 all around. So like I said, this is very easy. Just remember a 1/2 inch and you're good to go on all of your scoring. Okay, so the first thing I do with this is I adhere the anchor to make the, shall we call it a box? So just fold on your score line. And I just cut a little bit off of the bottom just so you didn't have that little extra bulk there, so that it would not get in the way. And you can use tear and tape or Tombow. Just for speed of things tonight, I will use Tombow, but I think I will use the tear and tape. I know I'll use the tear and tape for the little box inside, because the glue on the tabs just got a little too messy for me. And it gets a little messy when I put the glue on the base too, so I may put tear and tape on that. But this here is just very easy. Just put either your tear and tape or your Tombow on. And then you just need to match it up with the top. Oh, no, you got to get it the right way. Okay, just match it up there. And then since we're using the Tombow, just hold it for a second till it adheres good. Burnish it a little bit. And then add some adhesive on the other side. And remember, not too much, because then you'll have quite messy fingers, which I kind of had from making all of them for class the other day. Bone folder. Okay, so now we have adhered the basic shape. And next is the base. And with that here, we're going to cut out these 4 corners, but I'm also going to cut them on an angle as I cut them out. And again, it's just so you don't have the extra bulk in the bottom when you put this together. We don't want extra bulk, right? So now your base will look like this. And then just fold on all your score lines. And of course, use your bone folder. So now, should I risk sticky fingers and use the Tombow, or should I use the tear and tape? Well, Carol, if you're watching, you'd probably like to see me have sticky fingers, so I'm going to go for it. Just don't put too much on. I know when I made my sample, I had sticky fingers. But I do have wet wipes handy. Okay, so now the trick to hopefully not get sticky fingers is to have this tucked in a little bit. And then you're just going to drop this over that base. Okay, so far so good. My fingers are not bad. Then you just want to make sure that it is flush on the bottom. Right here, I see I have to move that a little bit. And once it's flush, then just press the side to it. And then after you go all around, then you can go in and use your bone folder to get it to stay down good. So now we have our base in there. And next we adhere the vellum. And I just put some Tombow around the edges. Just make sure you don't put it in the middle, because that's where your window is. And then press it down so it adheres good. And just go around all 4 of them doing the same. Just a little bit around the edges. Try not to drop it. Because if you put the glue in too far toward the center, it could end up showing then in your opening here. And you really wouldn't see it too much until you actually put the tea light on, and then you would really see the glue showing. And how do I know that? Yes, maybe on occasion I have gotten a little too close to the center. So see how fast this is to put together? Has anyone ever made these before? Let me know in your comments. And I know some of you watching tonight got them at class on Saturday. Okay, and next is to put these pieces on the inside. It firms up the luminary a bit more because this is DSP. Plus it also makes a nice finished inside because you have your vellum adhered on here. So it finishes it off nicely. So you just want to make sure as you put each piece in before you adhere it that it lines up properly with your opening. So when I cut these, I try and keep each piece with the section that I had cut it from. I hope that makes sense to you. Now you could, if you wanted it to be exact, you could make a template and use over each section as you cut it. But I kind of just put it together and put the die on it and eye it. So can you see the difference now? This is your finished inside, and this here is before with the, you can see where the base was adhered, you can see the vellum. It just finishes it off, gives it a nice look inside, and makes it sturdier. So I really would like to know if you've ever made these before, and if you haven't, if this is something that you would now like to try now that you have the instructions for creating it. You could do these for any occasion. I always like them for Halloween, but you can do them for Christmas, you know, birthday, Valentine's Day. Oh, that would be nice, cutting it out with hearts. Huh, that idea just popped into my head. I never had it before. I think that would be very pretty. Yes, we will definitely have to do that. I'm really surprised I never thought about that before. Sometimes I don't know where my head is. And then you just, as you put this in, before you press it down good, you just want to line it up and make sure that none of the backing shows through on your window. And one last piece here. have to turn this one. It's not the right way. Yeah, sometimes you have to turn it on all sides until you get it so that it lines up right. There, that's one's good. And again, like I said, if you wanted to make a template, do it from copy paper. Just cut a 3x3 square and die cut your circle out, and then just put that over each section as you cut them, and then each one will cut out in the same exact spot. Okay, now all that is left is our little box for the inside for the tea light to sit in. And with that, I cut up on 2 opposing sides, that side and then the opposite side. And then from the little tabs, I just angled it a little bit. And again, it's just to take some of the bulk out on the bottom when you adhere this. Because sometimes if you have too much bulk, then it won't sit right. And as always, just fold and burnish. Fold and burnish. And since these tabs are so small, and then I find it a little messy with the Tombow, so on these here I will use the tear and tape. I have done it with the Tombow, but you do have to hold it, and with the little excuse me, tabs, you usually end up needing to hold it a little longer before it adheres good. Now there's a lot you could do with this also if you wanted to dress it up a bit more. I kept it relatively simple, but if you wanted to dress it up, you could cut out a circle and put around here as like a frame. You could do it in a different color so it really stands out. So there are other things you could do. You could put some embellishments on it, but I kept it simple. I thought it was pretty enough with the pattern paper and the tea light glowing. Okay, just make sure my tea light fits in. Perfect. And a little Tombow on the bottom. And then just take a little peek, and it's a little hard to see the black on black, but you just want to try and get it centered as best as you can. And I see it's a little crooked. Let's see, I can move it a little still. Got my wiggle room going on there. And then just make sure you press it in good. And then you add your tea light. Now this here you just need to pull the tab out. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to keep it new for whoever the lucky winner is next week. But you would just pull your tab out, and then you turn the bulb to turn it on and off. Okay, my crafty friends, so leave me a comment. Let me know, what do you think of the Luminary tonight? And I would love, if you make them, that you do send me pictures, because I always like when you share what you stamp. But I guess tonight we're calling it Share What You Craft, because we have not stamped a single image tonight. Stamping is something else that you could do with this. You could stamp something in your window opening. But since it's vellum, you either would want to stamp in StazOn, or in a Versamark and emboss it, because if you stamp in regular dye ink, it most likely will smear on here. So just keep that in mind if you did want to stamp. And you can make your opening any size. You can make it large, or like I said before, you could do different shapes. All right, my crafty friends. So thank you for joining me this evening. And for those of you who asked at class on Saturday for the directions, I hope this was helpful for you this evening. And if you have any other questions, just let me know. And thank you to everyone who took advantage of Stampin' Up's free shipping yesterday. We just love free shipping. All right, I will be back next Wednesday. Don't know yet what we will be making, but it will be something for Halloween. Might be a card, it might be another 3D project. So just tune in next week and find out what new and exciting project I have planned. And my next class is a week from Saturday. It is my annual Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack. Invitations going out this evening. If you're not on my invitation list and you would like to attend, please send me an email, a private message, whatever. Okay, everyone, I will see you back here next Wednesday. And I will see some of you the following Saturday as well at class. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful and crafty week, and stay safe and be well, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.